Get ready with me while I tell y'all about how a pregnant woman tried to fight me, and since I didn't want to fight her because she was pregnant, her like 6'5" boyfriend tried to fight me instead. This was at my old job, by the way. I was 19, I'm 21 now. So backstory, I used to work at a restaurant inside of an amusement park. I was the manager at the time, and this family had been causing like problems all day. Like I could hear it on the radio about like there's a family and they're doing yada 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 yada. So first they brought their dog to the amusement park, and you're not allowed to bring a dog unless it's a service dog. And then when their dog all over like something, they got mad at us for not having like a doggy bag for them. This is just what I heard on the radio. And then they lost their keys and blamed it on the park and wanted everything free. But that part had nothing to do with me because I was in the restaurant, not the park. My altercation didn't happen with them until after we closed, 30 minutes after we closed. They came in and they were trying to order food, and I was like, oh, sorry guys, like unfortunately we are closed. We closed 30 minutes ago. But it was a hot day and I saw she was pregnant, so I was like, do you guys want some water cups? I can give you guys some water cups. And they were like, yes, give us waters like right now. So I give them waters, and I give them waters in like a big Pepsi cup, not a water cup, like a big cup. Because she's pregnant and I'm a nice person and it's hot. And they were like, no, we want them in the souvenir cup. I was like, I'm so sorry, like we're closed. I don't have my cash register, like everything's shut down because we did close 30 minutes ago. And the woman was like, open it up right now. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, we closed 30 minutes ago, I can't do that. And she was like, that is absolutely unacceptable. Like, that's why I was just trying to be nice, because sometimes, you know, being nice goes a long way. And she was like, open it up right now, like I want the souvenir cup. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, you guys really need to leave. We closed 30 minutes ago. Like, she's like, no. I was like, that's not my fault. You guys came 30 minutes after we closed. I was like, that's not my fault. I have no control over your timing. So at this point, me and my other coworker are going like back and forth with this woman and her whole family and the 3 demons that were like with them. There's 3 kids with them too. Because the kids were screaming at me. They're like, I want Dippin' Dots. And it was like at the point I was like, you guys really need to leave right now. Like, screaming at me. She's like, no, you need to compensate me for losing my keys. And I was like, I'm not even a part of the park. Also, I was like on my 12th hour. I was working 63 hours that week. I was done. And then she comes to me and she goes, step right here, step right. I was like, what? You're trying to fight me right now? She was like, yes, step right here. Mind you, in front of 3 kids too. Like laughing in her face. I was like, I'm not fighting you. You're literally pregnant. So now we're going back and forth because I don't want to fight this pregnant woman. Like, so her like 6'5" boyfriend, he was about the height of my boyfriend. And he pulls up his pants like he's ready to fight me. Like I am 5'2" and 95 pounds. What are you gaining from? So then my male coworker had came out and he kind of like de-escalated it, like he had separated us. So I went to the back and I was like, I need to calm down. So I went to the back, which leads you to the outside where all the rides are. So I go sit on the bench and you can see everything from the parking lot, but the parking lot is fenced in, so you can't just go in the amusement park without purchasing a ticket. So I'm sitting down, calming down, because I'm still blowing that some pregnant woman tried to fight me, and since I didn't want to fight her, her tall ass boyfriend wanted to fight me. So I'm on the phone with Antoine because he worked there. He just didn't work that shift that day. While I'm sitting down, I see in the corner of my eye, this man jumps the fence. He jumps the fence because he saw me sitting there. He starts chasing me. Like, what are you going to do to me? Like, so everyone's like at the door, like screaming. They're like, hurry up, get inside. I'm like running because I used to run track. I was like, you're not going to catch me. And the other employees that are outside, because they're cleaning too, they're like trying to run to the door because we don't know what this man's going to do. So he chased me all the way inside, and we hurried up, slammed, locked the doors, and he starts like aggressively like shaking the doors. So they hide me in the cash room. That's like the only room that locks. The police never once talked to me about my side of the story or anything, by the way. But the police came. Their car is still there, but they're nowhere to be found. So we have no idea where these people are. So I got escorted to the cops. I'm still mad, like we never once filed a police case or any of that. But they ended up like coming back after I left because my coworker saw them get in their car and stuff like that. And she lived all the way in Baltimore at the time, which was like 30 minutes from the place. And she said a car had followed her all the way home. She said when she got into like her apartment or building, when she looked out the window, 2 guys had gotten out of like a van. So yeah, that was the story. I hope you guys enjoyed. And the reason why I didn't really give them free stuff after we closed was because they were just rude to begin with.
Story time, so make sure you grab a snack, sit back, relax, and let's get on with the chisme. This is Followers Edition, and it was sent anonymously. So this story is about the time that me, my sisters, and some other people almost got kidnapped. So basically the day we got kidnapped, me and my sisters went to Myrtle Beach for my sister's birthday. For this story, we'll go ahead and call her Naya. So like I said, it was my sister's birthday, and throughout the day we spent it with her, but then at 9 p.m. we went to an Airbnb at Myrtle Beach. When we got to the Airbnb, me, my sister, and her friends all took showers, and when we were done getting ready, we were like, alright, where are we gonna go? After some talking, we all agreed that we should go to the beach, so we started walking there. And I know what you guys are thinking, why would you walk over there in the middle of the night? But the only reason we walked over there was because it was literally just a 5-minute walk, so we didn't think it was going to be anything bad. We got to the beach and it was already 2 in the morning at this point, right? We all had our flashlights on, and my sister and her friends were smoking, while me and my other sister and our friends were all talking and we were recording. We were taking pictures and we were honestly just having a good time, like we were all enjoying ourselves. We chilled there for a little bit and then we were all like, you know what, it's pretty late, like let's go back to the Airbnb. So we started walking back, and when we were leaving, there was these 2 Indian dudes and they were just sitting there watching us from when we got there to the beach, while we were there at the beach, and now that we were leaving the beach. Now this is when the whole have fun at the beach in the middle of the night thing turned really scary. We walked past them, didn't look at them, we were just trying to leave, and you could hear that they were talking to themselves and they were trying to whisper, but they were being super loud. I also forgot to mention that they have this big old pit bull with them, right? They had the dog next to them, and I guess maybe the pit bull was sleeping in the car because the hotels around there didn't allow animals. But the pit bull was in really bad shape, like it had fleas and ticks and you could see its rib cage. So one of the guys goes, oh, let's take them. And the other guy joins in and he looks at us and he's like, yeah, no more skinny dipping, huh? We were just about to come and join you. Creepy thing is that we weren't even skinny dipping. So we all started running and we literally got chased by this pit bull. My sister dropped $100, but she managed to pick it up just in time, and we just kept running. After we got back to the Airbnb, my mom ended up picking us up and we left after that, and we had to tell her everything that happened.
Am I wrong for not giving my sister the wedding gift she wanted because of how she treated my girlfriend? My girlfriend Naomi and I have been together for over a decade. My younger sister Sarah and my girlfriend have never been super close, but are friendly when we get together. Or I guess they were. When Sarah was in high school, Naomi helped her out with some personal things. Sarah got married a few days ago. When Sarah announced her engagement to the family, she asked Naomi to be a bridesmaid, which surprised us a little, but Naomi was very excited because she's never gotten to do it before and probably won't have the chance again. I want to be clear, there was no suggestion from either of us that Sarah should ask her. It was about 2 seconds after she told us that she was engaged. She said that she was so grateful to Naomi for the help when she was younger, and Naomi was very touched. A few weeks later, Sarah posted her bridesmaid proposal brunch. Naomi wasn't there. Sarah never said it to either of our faces directly, but clearly she changed her mind. Naomi was hurt, but said she understood because she hadn't expected the ask anyway. That would have been fine, but then a few months later, Sarah asked Naomi to go to the bachelorette party and to also come get ready the day of the wedding with her friends and bridesmaids. Same thing, Naomi says yes and even helped her find a good place to go and a rental. A month and a half before the wedding, I'm talking to my mom on the phone when she mentions that Sarah's at her bachelorette. No mention of Naomi. Now I'm kind of pissed because Naomi was clearly very hurt at 2 invites and then being sort of ghosted. A week before the wedding, Naomi texted Sarah and asked about getting ready and hair and makeup, and Sarah responds acting confused and basically tells her nicely to just come with me. Then I was really pissed. Sarah wanted this really expensive baking mixer thing for a long time, and I got it for her wedding gift. My mom had ruined the surprise, so she expected it. But after everything with Naomi, I felt like being petty, and I cut her a check instead and returned the mixer. A few days after the wedding, Sarah texted me saying, I don't know how to ask this, but what happened to the mixer? And I responded, I didn't know how to ask, but what happened to treating my girlfriend like a freaking human being? Now my brother and my new brother-in-law and my mom are all texting me saying, what the f***? And that I'm ruining her happy time. Naomi, for her part, says I probably shouldn't have done that, but she feels a little vindicated. So, am I wrong?